Tuesday, February 15th edition of the Carolina Weather Video, and I am meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and we did indeed have a warm and very breezy Valentine's Day on yesterday, and I mentioned and hit pretty heavily here on the video and on the air that the fire danger was pretty high yesterday, and we did indeed wind up with a number of wildfires across the region. Here's a couple of photos. This is from Gaston County, of one of the little brush and wildfires that got going, and this is a photo here from up in the Low Gap area in Surry County of one of the more significant wildfires. There's also a pretty significant one up close to Boone, and I believe at the time I'm cutting this video, the one there in Low Gap is only 10% contained as of the latest reports. Now the good news, we're going to get some help with the weather today. In terms of, at least it's not going to be as breezy. We had widespread winds gusting to 30 and 40 miles an hour in portions of the Piedmont. Mountain wind gusts were even significantly higher. Today, not going to be nearly as windy, but it's still going to be dry. The ground's still pretty much like kindling. There's a look at the upper air chart today. Pretty much just a zonal flow, but underneath that we have an area of high pressure that's pushing in some somewhat cooler air. Now we had a lot of lower 70s for highs yesterday. Today it's going to be mid to upper 50s with that cooler area of high pressure situated very close by. Look at the upper air chart though. By the time Friday morning rolls around, some ridging and southwest flow aloft, and so the result Friday is going to be some highs well back up into the 70s once again. Here's the radar this morning. Quiet as a mouse, not a single bit of precip on that radar image, so you know it's quiet. Now here's the temperatures. I mentioned that high pressure pushing in some temporarily cooler air here in our part of the country. I think still upper 50s and lower 60s tomorrow, but notice these are current temperatures. These are 5 a.m. Eastern time temperatures, and you're looking at Texas, a lot of Texas, 55 degrees or higher, and that milder air is going to be moving our way at the end of this work week. Thursday and Friday we get back into the mild stuff. Now, as far as today is concerned, here's the infrared satellite imagery, and we do have some relatively thin high clouds back off to the west that continue to move in, and I think we'll see some of those today. Just some cirrus clouds, not a very big deal, so it still looks like sunshine with some of those high clouds. There's that high pressure I showed you, kind of situated up and down the eastern seaboard. So highs today in the 50s. Tomorrow, probably upper 50s and lower 60s. But notice that high pressure gets offshore, and so a firmly established southwest flow takes hold here and persists Thursday and Friday. So Thursday we're well up to the 60s. Friday we're probably, let me get to the next frame here. Friday, there it is, we're probably well up into the 70s for highs across much of the Piedmont. Now, a little bit of a better agreement here for how the weekend unfolds. There's Saturday, and notice the GFS is pushing in some cooler air from the north, and I think that's the right general idea. Nothing cold about it, but probably 60s for highs Saturday, and then low 60s, maybe even some upper 50s on Sunday. Nothing cold about it, but a cool down from what we're going to see on Friday. And let's see, scanning for significant storm systems, we could use some rain. It's not a lot there. This is Monday. Here's Tuesday, and it looks like there'll be a pretty good area of low pressure scooped by off to our north, but looks like once you get from the Carolinas southward, the opportunity for significant range with that one is pretty limited. Now, still some signs as we get toward that last 5 days or so of February that the storm track might pick up, and some sign that some cooler air may try to bleed southward with time toward the end of the month and maybe into early March as well. But I still don't have a good handle for any return of cold air. I'm not seeing any clear defined signals of that definitively happening as of yet, but we'll kind of see how that unfolds as we get toward the end of the month and the first part of next month. All right, that is it for this Tuesday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.